Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on with the Atlanta Braves? What is also going on with the Auburn Tigers? We got an update on Team USA. Find out all of that and so much more on another episode, of course, where I just talk about sports that happened over the weekend because there's nothing else to talk about during the off-season. It's the off-season, so what are we going to do? So, we got a numerous amount of topics from the Men's College World Series to the Stanley Cup playoffs to, obviously, the NBA Finals being done. We talked about that last week, but we also have Team USA. We got to go over college football news as well, and, of course, Auburn football as well. So if you guys are into all of that, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we definitely do our best to post on this channel every single day. Tomorrow, it's going to look a little bit different for you guys. I thought about doing something different, but I think what I'm going to do tomorrow, I have no idea yet. So keep in mind tomorrow as well. Wednesday, you may have a mock draft for the NBA. That may be tomorrow as well. Not sure which day we're going to do that. Thursday, not sure what we're going to do, but of course Friday, you're going to have Franchise Friday. And then I do have to say, the next week I will be on vacation, so I'm going to try to get as many interviews done as I can. I don't want to tell y'all stuff like I did last time. That did not come to fruition because the Coleman County one cannot get released yet. Still in the works on that one. Obviously, we only had Markel and Kinsley Faustin join us for that week, but I hope you guys enjoyed those. So, of course, next week we will try our best to get as many interviews done as we can. Fingers crossed. Anyway, of course, let's go ahead and hop into this news where I just talk about sports for today. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first topic of today's video, we're going to talk some Auburn football recruiting news. If you guys did not hear, Auburn football over the weekend flipped four-star running back, in-state running back, Alvin Henderson from Penn State. This was a big flip for the Auburn Tigers. I think I was keeping up with it a lot. I posted about it on X/Twitter. If you want to go follow that Twitter page, we are at 500 followers already. It's growing massively on that channel. So, with that said, go follow the Twitter page. But with that being said, this is a big-time commitment from the number 55 in the ESPN class of 300. He is also a 2025 running back, the top running back in the state of Alabama in 2025. He has flipped his commitment, and he quotes, he's staying home for Auburn as well. He's excited to get to work, so I'm very happy. This brings Auburn to a top 5 class in the class of 2025 already, where we are still in the mix for guys like Caleb Cunningham or offensive linemen and stuff like that. So, obviously, Hugh Freeze has been on the recruiting trail very hard, and it's showing right here with Alvin Henderson flipping from Penn State and now brings our class to number 4 in the country in 2025. Moving on, I will be doing this little segment every single day from now on. It is our College Football 25 countdown. We are officially 22 days until the release of EA College Football. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to play as Auburn in College Football 25. I cannot wait to be rebuilding anything in EA College Football 25. It's going to be a great time. We'll have dynasties throughout the channel. We'll have predictions a lot probably within the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned on who we think the top players in the game are going to be and stuff like that. But your daily countdown starts 22 days before it releases. Just wanted to throw that one out there. Moving on to our next topic, that is, of course, baseball. We're going to talk a little bit of baseball, college baseball to be exact, and then we'll talk about Atlanta Braves baseball towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that little segment on what is going on with the Atlanta Braves right now. But Tennessee has come back 1-1 and is now tied. The series is now going to a Game 3. Game 3 is tonight at 6:30 on ESPN. It's going to be a fun time. I cannot wait to watch this game. It's going to be an all-out offensive battle. We saw it in the first game. I think it was like 9-5 or something. We saw it a little bit in the second game yesterday. So, I'm expecting a lot of offense under the lights here in Omaha and what's going to be a very good game. However, I expected the opposite of what was happening. I did not expect A&M to get out to a hotter start. I expected Tennessee to get out to that hot start because, again, Tennessee, they're number 1 seed for a reason, so they would like to play under the lights better and play during the dark a lot easier than playing in the afternoon where the pace can be slowed down and stuff like that. But A&M proved me wrong, and as now they look to close out the series in Game 3 tonight. Prediction, A&M wins the series. Moving on to our next topic, of course, it is the United States men's national team soccer getting a 2-0 dub against Bolivia. It was a great game to watch. Pulisic had an amazing goal within the first 5 minutes or so. It was great. Blogan, whatever that guy's name, the new guy from England who chose the United States because he had the option to choose, also scored in the 44th minute of the first half as well. Second half, it was a little rocky for the United States. My thoughts on this game was that passing needs work. It needs to get better if they're going to beat a team like Panama. They play Panama on Thursday. It's going to be a lot of tougher game than Bolivia. USA had a bunch of chances to score yesterday that they did not capitalize on. Example, Pulisic in the box, I believe, within late in the second half. That was one of them as well. There were a couple other ones. Weston McKennie did not look that great as well. He's usually one of the leaders of this U.S. men's national team. We've seen in previous World Cup runs. We saw it a couple years ago in, obviously, the 2022 World Cup. But we also saw that in the Nations League as well. Weston McKennie is usually one of those guys who obviously gets the team going and stuff like that. But he looked off yesterday. So I need him to pick it up. And as they get ready to face Panama, then they're going to obviously have a tough task against them as well. But for now, U.S. fans can celebrate as we got the job done against Bolivia last night, 2-0. Congratulations, but there's still work to do. Moving on, our final topic here of the day, it is what is going on with the Atlanta Braves. So, if you guys have not been keeping up with Atlanta Braves baseball, let me just give you the rundown. Well, the Atlanta Braves, they have been struggling a lot this year. They really have like 8 or so series sweeps. They have like 5 series wins without sweeps, which is crazy. But that being said, they're still second in the National League East. They are behind Philly. I don't know by how many games. They are behind Philly by like 7 games or so. My bad. But they have been catching fire recently. I don't know what it is, but they have not been able to play the greatest against the good teams. And you go out there in New York, might I add, and you beat them 2-1 in a series. Now, on Saturday, they obviously let the Yankees win. But, again, you beat them Friday night 8-1 like you did, and then 3-1 like you did on Sunday with Max Fried pitching. I don't know what is going on with the Atlanta Braves team right now, but they have been hot recently. They've won their last 6 games, which is incredible to see for a Braves fan because, again, this slow start this past year has been kind of having me questioning whether or not the Braves are a playoff caliber team. But beating the New York Yankees is definitely a start, who are a really solid baseball club. So, if the Braves keep it up, they're going to be in prime position to make a run in the playoffs. But for now, congratulations. We beat the Yankees. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the Atlanta Braves right there. Anyway, of course, that is where I'm going to cut it for today's video. If you haven't already, hit that like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Like I said, I'm going to try my best to be getting interviews throughout the week done for you guys as well. So obviously hit that like, subscribe. Don't miss any of the interviews that we're having in the next couple of weeks. With that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.